Ah yes, Kaitoria. AFR is back, so it's time to bully an old friend of mine. Today, I put together some tips to help you get started or get finished with your talisman grind. We have a lot to talk about, so let's cut the bullshit and jump straight in. If you are clicking on this video, I'm assuming you don't have any friends, or you just want to beat the boss solo. Well, technically it's better to beat the boss solo due to the increase of health when you're fighting it with other people. So yeah. If you're about to start the fight, there's a few things you should know. The first moves and animations that will play in the game will be distorted and delayed due to the server starting up. That out of the way, let's get to the real preparations for this fight. Turning down your graphics to 5 bars is optimal for this fight, especially if it's the rainy season, and especially if you don't have a top-tier computer like I don't. If you find the music stressful, especially in Phase 3, you can press M on your keyboard and configure your sound. Personally, I keep the music on. You can probably tell why if you've beat it before. On that note, for the love of God, please keep your sound on. Sound cues are incredibly important in this fight, please. Another really important thing is to keep note of your ping. It's recommended to fight her in a private server if you live in Asia or Australia, since you won't find your region in a public server often. Having as low ping as possible is best for this. Now it's time for in-game preparations, aka bringing heals to the fight and weapons. A greatsword is the best weapon for Kaitoria, and a pistol is a sidearm for extra damage. Sparks don't work on Kaitoria, so don't bother with those. Now for heals. Grab yourself a fishing rod and fish in a lake for 5 minutes. I know that you might think that you should fish for a lot longer, but hear me out. 5 minutes is the cooldown for Kaitoria when you lose. Practice is better than food, so just trust me. Relying on food will make you lose every time, because you will mostly use heals at the wrong time or a stressful situation, and Kaitoria will teleport behind you and sucker punch you in the face. With that said, if you don't know how to make healing potions, the recipe for 3 nerfed healing potions is a prickle blower and a goldie. Making 3 normal healing potions is a trophy goldie and a normal prickle blower. And 3 greater healing potions is a trophy goldie and a trophy prickle blower. They're kind of hard to get, so I don't recommend this. Don't rely on healing potions, as there is only one move in the fight that will allow you to drink one. If you don't know what that is, it's the Master Spark on Phase 2. Only make 1 healing potion match with whatever you have fished in the 5 minutes, and use the rest of your fish to cook them one by one. You can eat cooked fish to heal. Now it's time to get to the fight. I'm talking about the first 2 phases and tips overall. Starting off, you'll get the chance to hit her a few times. Memorize how many hits you have until she teleports, and don't spam the air because it will leave you vulnerable. Every time she teleports, block. Most of her attacks are blockable in the first phase. If you hear a snap, she's about to use fireballs. Get ready to press Q to dodge when the fireballs are about to hit you. Do not make the mistake of blocking them, because it will melt your health bar. Every other attack is blockable. Be careful of the books hitting you from behind though. If she does her spin attack with her greatsword, make sure you block every single one before hitting her. This will reward you greatly with an attacking speed boost for a short amount of time. Kaitoria on Phase 1 does 2 attacks per cooldown. Don't hit her unless she has done 2 attacks, unless it's a fireball. In that case, you can attack her while you use the dodge iframes to avoid them. Also, don't end your M1 string or kick her, as it will leave you vulnerable if she is about to teleport and attack you again. But sometimes it's okay to. For Phase 2, her attack sequences can range from 2 to 3. And Phase 3, we'll talk about that later. Try not to use heals in Phase 1, and limit your heals in Phase 2. In Phase 2, she gains some new attacks, such as the Master Spark, in which she jumps into the air and a sound effect plays, which sounds like a big gust of wind when she's charging it up. Feel free to use a health pot here, and nowhere else in the fight. The Phase 2 Master Spark is the only time when you have enough time to use a healing pot, so use it only once per Master Spark. Anywhere else will get you killed or badly injured, especially in Phase 3. On that note, here's how to use the heals effectively. In short, only use them between her combos when she lets you hit her. You will end up taking more damage when you are healing. You will end up taking more damage than you were healing if you don't. Just like Phase 1, block whenever she teleports, and get ready to dodge certain attacks such as her fireballs. Also watch out for the AoE fireball move, where she lets out a burst of them. This move has a short wind up, so this is why it's good to have a good ping and dodge based on reaction. Be careful though, because even if you dodge that outburst, they still bounce around. This fight also involves some RNG, so if she spams this move, you're basically screwed. Also try to avoid the force field textured pillars she summons because they will explode. Phase 3, oh boy. Her first 2 phases amount nothing to this phase. She attacks as fast as Sonic, has an incredibly large limit to the attack strings she can use, and also likes to give you a heart attack every couple of seconds. Based on RNG, of course. Unlike the other phases, please don't block whenever she teleports. This will leave you at risk of her up slash. She has 2 new Master Sparks and now is unable to use her one from phase 2. One Master Spark is where she teleports to the center of the room and puts out one hand and then spins the beam around counterclockwise. You have to run around her while she's doing this because there's no other way to avoid it. She's also invincible for this duration. The other one is basically the same, but she uses 2 hands on opposite sides of the room and spins counterclockwise as well. She also no longer is able to summon a giant fireball, but instead summons 5 of her normal ones, so be really careful to dodge every single one. Attacking combos are really annoying here. She can summon up to 5 books, and if she does that followed by a fireball attack, block as many books as you can before you dodge the fireballs. Her attacking combos can really be a pain in the ass. She also gains yet another area control move which summons lasers around the room that won't be much of a problem unless she spams it consecutively. Hit her once between each attack if you feel safe doing so, and if she stops to rest, attack her but don't let your M1 kick happen because it almost always will punish you due to end lag. I know I'm being a hypocrite and doing some of the things I'm saying not to do, but if you want to have the safest experience, please don't end your M1 combo. I'm assuming you don't have empowering vigor if you're watching this video. I know I didn't cover everything in this video, but I hope this helps you. Let me know if I missed anything in the comments below. Good luck getting your talisman, or if you already have one, getting many more. As always, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and have a good day or night.